Beautiful good now. Today's topic is a bit tricky. No one can say with certainty and convincing evidence that they know the correct answer. We are here in a very shaky field of immensity and incomprehensibility of the universe and of all creation. To live my life as meaningful actually means knowing who am I and why am I here and living in accordance with that knowledge. We were all born with this knowledge and we still have it inside us. However, many of us have forgotten this knowledge. And it's not that hard to remember. When we are connected to who we really are and our mission, life becomes a joyful adventure for us. To be myself and do what I enjoy, that is the desire of every human being. Only a few lucky people actually seem to fulfill it. But it's not about luck or coincidence. The so-called plan of God for each of us is identical with the purpose of our soul and our true self. And it is our nature to fulfill it. We always have everything we need for this purpose. We just have to go back to ourselves, to our inner wisdom and knowledge. Dare to step out of a network of concepts, ideas, fears, old paths that may be comfortable because they are already trodden, but they lead us where we don't really want to go at all. Dare to enter into your freedom and joy. First, let's leave behind the idea of some ultimate goal. That we have to go somewhere, do something fundamental, that sometime in the future, somewhere else, we will finally find what we are looking for. There is no finite state, because we are consciousness that is infinite. And at the same time, all this infinity exists in a single moment, right here and now. There is nothing better than this now. There is nothing else. Everything is contained in this now. Our birth, death, our whole life and other lives, everything that was and will be. It contains our knowledge and oblivion. In the book Become Who You Are, Alan Watts wrote, "Life exists only in this moment, and this moment is infinite and eternal. For the present moment is infinitely small. Before we measure it, it is gone, and at the same time it lasts forever." So wait, you say, I wanted to know what is the meaning of my life. Well, the meaning of life is this moment, this now. Nothing more, nothing less. And here we could end beautifully. However, after a while, our mind gets nervous and starts to revolt. The mind simply cannot comprehend the greatness, depth, and at the same time the simplicity of the truth. We cannot understand life and its meaning. It is not about understanding, but about knowledge that we have within us and is revealed to us at every moment, just the knowledge that we need at that given moment. The meaning of life is life itself. Live this moment, and the purpose of each of us lives is to be who we are. Just as a flower is a flower, an eagle is an eagle, and naturally fulfills its floral or eagle role. Man, as written in a wise book, is an image of God. In the words of Ram Dass, we are loving awareness. We are consciousness, God that is loving. This consciousness realizes itself, all its aspects, through each of us. We are God's consciousness, and everything else is just an idea. Our physical world, in which we now experience ourselves, is such a materialized idea. There are certain limitations in comparison with other planes. Such a tasting of other planes is a dream world. But at the same time, it gives us the opportunity to experience and get to know what we are in a completely unique way through our body and senses. We could also call it learning. We learn to be who we are in truth. Life is school, but forget about school as you normally know it. This is a play school, and there are no ratings or marks. At a certain level, we have set out what we want to learn here, what aspects we want to explore. In order for something to realize itself, it must be unconscious at some point. This is what we experience as the path through life's dimensions, planes. We experience this as development, growth, realization of what we are. But at the same time, we have this realization inside us at all times. We can never be other than ourselves. There is our true self here at all times. We are always God's consciousness, and so is everything around us. We can only be unaware of this. As I mentioned earlier, the meaning of life as such is life itself, to live, to be. This knowledge has caused me a great relief, because here no one can fail. We don't have to deserve anything. Everyone is welcome here and has every right to be here, as he is, as she was born. However, this pure simplicity of life doesn't mean that everything, including us, is just a nameless, chaotic discharge. God's consciousness is at the same time perfect order, harmony, creation, and development. Everything has its perfect place and purpose. The perfect impulse of God is present in all creation, in a stone, flower, birds, and in the human being. However, a stone, flower, or a bird doesn't think about it. They simply are and act in their nature. Human beings think about it. We have higher ability to be aware of ourselves and a free will, which is on the one hand a great challenge and sometimes complication. On the other hand, we have much greater potential. So, what is the meaning of a human being? God, the Great Spirit, created man in his own image. We are an image, or perhaps reflection of God. We are God's idea, word, God's energy in action. We are the bridge or channel through which divine energy creates and manifests in the material world. Now, maybe you look around and say to yourself, was this created by God's love? The joke is that one has largely forgotten who he is and creates in this oblivion. Simply put, the one who hurts someone is, in a sense, still divine image, but his act was based on ignorance of who he and the other is. The mission of a human being is to be a channel of creative divine energy or love. This is our true self, the essence of our consciousness. Our body, thoughts, emotions are just means of creation and cognition. A small complication is that we are too attached to these means and reflections in physical world. We pay more attention to the outside than to the inside. Seek first the kingdom of God, and everything else will be given to you. The kingdom of God is not somewhere in outer space or is waiting after death for those who meet some conditions. It is a state of our consciousness, a state where we are one with God, with love. In the words of Paul Selig's Melchizedek Guides, everything is a single tone that can be played in different octaves. The tone is the vibration. The more we let our true selves flow through us, the higher our state of consciousness rises, and by that we lift everything around, seemingly outside of us. because everything external is only materialized illusory reflection of our consciousness. So we gain experience through life, and it is our choice whether we learn in the planes of lower or higher vibrations. As humanity, we have long learned through ignorance and separation, through war, suffering, hardship, condemnation, and so on. We can continue to do so, or we can choose a higher path. And I firmly believe and know deeply that we have chosen the higher path. We begin to realize the divine impulse in our hearts and the fact that it is possible and real to create heaven on earth. I'm still talking about humanity, that's nice, but what about me and my life? But it's related. Just as we are part of the universe, his miniature cell, the universe is also part of us and our bodies. And the mission of humanity as a whole is at the same time the mission of each of us. We are each a perfect fitting piece of a huge mosaic, and at the same time we are the whole mosaic, but we came here to experience it from the point of view of its piece. Although we know ourselves as separate units, on a certain level we are all connected in one human consciousness, and if we go a few more octaves higher, we are one with God, the Source. I say this in order to realize that although we are only a miniature, seemingly insignificant part of a vast whole, through our vibration we somehow affect everything. Everyone has their place here. No one is redundant, no one is missing. And this is our purpose, to be who we are. That is our mission, and at the same time our highest service. As we remember who we are in the truth, we begin to become more aware and feel this interconnectedness and unity. And naturally, we perceive that we find true fulfillment in the service to others and to whole. However, it is not a service in the sense of submission or sacrifice. In the awareness of unity, we know that what we do for others, we do for ourselves and vice versa. Our own development is also a service to others, because in this way we raise the consciousness of the whole. We become light for everyone around us, and our actions are based on inspiration and love. I will say goodbye to you with an excerpt from Paul Selig's book, The Book of Mastery. If you can imagine that you are piercing your head through a cloud to the high vibration and perceiving truth at that level, and then you look back down at all the creations that you have agreed to in low nature, and then you look back down at all the creations that you have agreed to in low nature, you will feel compelled to act. The worker in the field may be learning what she needs to learn, but what she needs to know most is that the Creator within her can free her from whatever bondage she has known herself through. The holding of the vibration that you now have as you is in fact catalytic to others, and the light you are can shine in the darkest places and bring what it needs to transform. And transformation from ignorance to knowledge and from fear to faith are the key teachings of the vehicle you are. Now, the vehicle you are becomes a teacher, not because you wear a sign that says teacher around your neck, but because the holding you have in vibration is significant and may be experienced by others. I am worth through all that I see before me is a claim of great beauty, and you are calling the vibration of the Creator in witness through all you see. When you stand on a corner and you look at those walking by, know that they are meeting their true destiny. Each man's destiny is reunion with the source of its being, no matter what she has been through or what he has known himself as. We teach you now the song of your We teach you now the song of your soul that will be heard by those you may meet and may never meet. When we teach this song, we teach you the language, but the language itself is not the song. The song is the vibration that it endows upon all that is before her. The frequency is the song. The words are the utterance that calls the frequency in forward motion. The song of my life is the song of freedom. The song of my truth is the song of great joy. The song of my love is my heart in its opening. And the song of my gain is the gift I give to others. The song of my rapture is my own awakening to each day. And the song of my passing is my entry into the new world that is born before me. The song of my life is here to be sung. I am here, I am here, I am here.